So good morning, all. Welcome. It's Judith. This is a 30-minute chair yoga express class just to get the heart pumping, the limbs moving, the blood flowing. All you really need is a chair, preferably no arms, and definitely no wheels. This is a standard folding chair, nice wide leg base, so it's not going to move. And we don't get down on the earth for this, so no panicking on that score. And if you have questions, I'll be available after the end of the class. And if whatever's being offered doesn't work, as you well know, you can modify. I modify here. I have a shoulder issue. Or you could do another posture, or you could skip it altogether. So you can decide what works for your body. You are in charge, not me. Okay, good. Let's start. Let's start with a little march today. Let's just lift the right heel, place it down, lift the left heel and place it down. You're just going to shift the weight side to side. A little balance challenge, very mild balance challenge for the morning. For 8, 7, remembering to breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's keep going. Let's start lifting the feet slightly so you're actually bringing opposite arm, opposite leg forward as you march. And then once you get into the rhythm of that, maybe the highest you'd like to lift the knees would be up to waist height, but that's not required. Just get to your optimum lift here. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep marching, and that's 1. Now we're going to go out, out, in with the legs. So here it goes. Out, out, in, out, out, in, 8. Going at your own pace. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet back underneath the hips. Do a little march. Maybe you want to make it a little jog. Maybe you don't. So you can decide a little bit more to get the heart rate going. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then slowly de-escalate. Just try not to stop abruptly. Very nice. The breath should be moving now a little bit deeper. Let's go ahead and start circling hips. The legs can go a little bit wider, maybe shoulder width apart. Getting the hips involved. Inhaling forward, exhaling in the back, navel to spine. Let's do 4 more in this direction. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And then corkscrewing back to center. Circling the hips in the opposite direction. Circling forward and back. Inhaling forward, squeezing in the back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And then sort of coming back to center, moving up to shoulders. Let's open the chest a bit, dropping the shoulders away from the ears as you circle, making invisible circles in the air with the shoulders for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go the other way. Breathing, standing tall. Imagine the crown of the head itself, like a helium balloon floating up to sky for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then shaking everything out. We'll take the feet directly under the hips, the toes point forward, and let's just do a little bouncing with the heels. So lifting the heels maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/2 an inch, and just let all that tension, anxiety from the week flow off the body. Let Mother Earth absorb it. So you can move the body in any way you like. This is called shaking like a tree in Qigong. And when animals are traumatized, they shake. So we're shaking off the trauma, the anxiety, the stress for 8. Moving in any way you like, keeping the heels going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming to stillness. Very nice. Opening the chest one more time. Let's approach the chair. You can use the chair for support, for balance. You could also use an available wall if you have an available wall, or use a piece of furniture that will not move once you start pushing your weight on it. I'm going to stand next to my chair. The supporting leg will be the right leg for you. The left foot is flexed. Going to gently start swinging that leg very easily and slowly for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly taking it down, slowly, and then bringing it to stillness, to rest. Shake out the legs. Right leg again is the supporting leg. We're going to float the left knee up. Little pumps here up to the sky. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relift it. Start circling the ankle and the foot. Circling in both directions for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Float that leg down. Shake it out. It's okay to say ow. We're all muted, so you can say ow with abandon. And one more time, again, the right leg is the standing supporting leg. You're going to float the left leg up. You're going to dangle the lower leg like the pendulum on a grandfather clock for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then turning that knee into the figure 8 movement here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then put that leg down. Ooh, shake it out. I'm feeling that. Now noticing the left side of the body and the right side of the body. Do they feel the same? Presumably not, since we've been swinging that left leg. Let's go to the standing leg being the left leg. I'm supporting myself with the back of the chair, my hand on the back of the chair. The right foot is flexed. And you're going to slowly start swinging this leg forward and back. Maybe it feels the same as the other leg, but maybe it doesn't. You're just noticing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly de-escalate. Don't just abruptly stop. Nice. Shake out both legs. Getting back to a neutral. Again, the standing leg is the left leg. You're going to float that right knee up. You're going to pump that knee up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Shake it out. Be kind to your hip and your leg. And now again, weight goes in the left leg, floating the right knee up. This time we dangle the lower leg like a pendulum on a clock for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to neutral. Now we do the figure 8 with the bent knee for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then that foot comes down, shake out the legs, shake out the feet. Remembering to breathe. And now from here, let's take the chair, face the back of the chair. We're going to do a static press to stretch out the hamstrings, the Achilles tendons. I won't mirror you for this. The feet are directly under the hips, the toes point forward. Right foot comes back, far enough so you can place the heel down on the mat. And you might want to adjust this front leg to make the legs feel a tad wider so you feel more stable. So you've got the legs positioned, and now you want to tilt the torso maybe 30 degrees, and then you're going to stop. So you still have a crown of head lining up with tailbone, and you're stretching out the back right hamstrings for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Coming back upright with the torso. Leave the right foot behind you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift the heel. Exhale, press. For 8, 7, 6. Torso stays upright. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's relift it. And 1. Keep it lifted. Now both legs are going to bend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. For 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Re-straighten. Right foot comes to the front. Shake out the legs. Very nice. I'm going to turn this over so Siri does not interrupt us. Okay, the feet are directly under the hips, the toes point forward. This time the left foot goes back. As far as you can get it back with still the heel meeting the mat. We're gonna do the static press first. So you're gonna tilt the torso forward 30 degrees. And we're gonna keep this press here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to take the torso back upright. And now that back left heel lifts. Inhale, lift, exhale, press. Inhale, lift, exhale, press. For 4, 3, 2. Stay lifted on 1. And now both legs are going to bend. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Re-straighten. Left foot meets the right. Let's go ahead and shake out the feet, shake out the legs. Very nice. Let's go ahead. Let's take the chair off to one side. You could do this presumably in the chair. We're going to do some upper arm work. If you have weights and like to add weights, that's optional only. If you don't have them, soft fist, no worries. And so here, the palms face the midline, no weight or one weight in each hand. Inhale, exhale, that fist goes into the armpit, bring it down. Inhale, exhale, opposite fist, opposite armpit. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to neutral. And here I'll do this in its profile. We're going to slightly bend the knees. You're going to tilt the torso forward. No weight or one weight in each hand. The arms are straight, but you're going to lift them up higher than the bum, and they're going to stay higher up here as we work on the back of the upper arms. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bringing it out, slowly coming forward, rolling the shoulders. Very nice. Let's take the legs wide. The feet can point out 30 to 45 degrees. No weight or one weight in hip crease in each hand. Inhale, knees track over toes. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Let's do 8 or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Lift right heel, place it down. Lift left heel, place it down. Shifting weight side to side once again. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming to straight with the legs. Heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. No weight, one weight or two weights in the right arm. Inhale, exhale, little biceps. Inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to slowly unwind the arm. Don't just let it pop open. Nice. And then you're going to take no weight, one weight or two weights in the left hand. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, 7. Focus on the muscle. 6, not the momentum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly unwind it. Very, very slowly. Very nice. Let's put the weights off to one side. We're going to sit in the chair next. So grabbing your chair. And placing the bum mindfully on the seat, the chair, closer to the front of the chair seat than the back of the chair seat, okay? So for this, let's take the legs wide-ish, not too wide, okay? Let's take the right arm and just drop it off to the side. So we're letting the weight of that arm dangle. You're going to circle the wrist and the fingers. And then bringing that to stillness after you've stretched out the tendons in the hand. You're going to float the left arm up over the ear. I'm modifying because I'm damaged on this side. But you're sitting tall. The chest is squared to the front of your space. Fingertips stretched to the side wall for 4, 3, 2, 1. Top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then floating, windmilling the arms. So now the left arm dangles. Can move the wrist and the fingers. The chest is going to stay square to the front of your space. And you're stretching those side fingers, the fingers to the side wall for 4, 3, 2, 1. Top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then the arm comes down slowly, resisting gravity as best you can. Let's shake out the arms. Let's go ahead and start sweeping the torso forward, giving a squeeze to those abs. So you're going to go just like a little bouncy doll. You punch it and they pop back up. You're going to squeeze those abs for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And then taking the legs back. Let's take the right hand outside of the left thigh. Right hand outside of left thigh. And then that left straight arm is going to scan the horizon as you twist to the left. You will come to a sticking point, and there you can wrap that back arm around the back of the chair for 4, 3, 2, 1. Little opening slightly, and then squeezing a little deeper into the twist. Little open, little squeeze. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then unwinding out of the twist slowly, shaking it out. Feels right. Little wiggles. And then the left hand can grab the outside of the right thigh. And then the right straight arm is going to scan the horizon as you twist to the right. Here again, you'll be looking over that shoulder. When you hit your sticking point, the back arm wraps around the back of the chair for 4, 3, 2, 1. Just a slight release. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then unwinding it very slowly. Let's go ahead and do a few rolls forward to get the spine energized. So think about making that spine as flexible, a whip-like motion as possible. Exhale, leading with the chin. Inhale, tuck the chin as you rise up. Exhale, leading with the chin. Inhale as you rise up. 2 more in this way. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, inhale. Now we'll reverse it. Inhale, tuck the chin. Exhale, break the waves with the crown of the head. Inhale, tuck the chin. Exhale, break the waves. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Coming back now to center with the legs. Stay seated. I'm going to do this in profile so you can have a better view. So again, stay close to the front of your chair seat. Crown of head to tailbone, flat like a diving board. Tuck the chin. Maybe you want to do half and half with this. Grab the back of the thigh, not the knee. Maybe the second leg can come up and we flutter the feet. And you're going to squeeze the abs. You're going to pump the abs, little tiny pumps with the belly for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly bringing the legs and the feet to stillness. The feet return back down to earth. And let's go one more thing, and then we'll have a brief sitting shavasana. So for this, we'll do our little sitting up and down challenge, stacking the palms over the heart center, maybe interlocking the thumb and spreading the fingers wide. That's Eagle Mudra. So the idea here is inhale, exhale for 8, for as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then standing here and just shaking out the arms. Let's do a few breath of joys. Forward, inhale, sipping, sipping, sipping. Exhale. Two more. And then shaking out anything that feels tight or sticky, returning to your chair. This time you can sit all the way into the back of your chair seat. And so once you've got that organized, think about aligning the crown of the head with the tailbone. There's a long spine as you rise up with the crown of the head and you root through the sits bones onto the earth. Allowing the eyes to drop closed, relaxing the face and the jaw. Deep softness, relaxation starts in your feet as though we're immersing our bodies in a hot tub. And that softness moves into the ankles, the low legs, the knees, and then the thighs. The softness moves into the hips and pelvis, the low buttocks, the low back release, the buttocks release. And then it moves into the waist, the torso, enveloping the ribs, the heart, all the vital organs, marinating in this softness. It moves up the chest, into the shoulders, rolls down both arms, all the way to the fingertips. The softness then moves into the throat and the neck, and then it envelops the head, all the way to the crown of the head. Back of the neck releases, the face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light permeates every cell in the body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And here's a very brief quote from Mary Oliver. The dream of my life is to lie down by a slow river and stare at the light in the trees, to learn something by being nothing a little while, but the rich lens of attention. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to greet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. Maybe just rocking the head a little side to side, just to loosen up the neck. And then on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands in prayer. Dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, Samastiti, this beating heart. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.